Hello from Make Use Of, I'm Tim Brooks, and today I'm reviewing a massive rugged iPhone case called the Hitcase Pro. As you can tell from looking at it, this thing is essentially a big chunk of plastic into which you slot your iPhone 6 or 6S. It then protects your beloved device from drops, bumps, and water up to a depth of 10 meters. Adding a considerable amount of heft to Apple's smaller iPhone models, the Hitcase Pro feels very big in the hand. This isn't much of a problem if you have a Thor-like grip, but those of you with smaller digits will have trouble operating your iPhone one-handed while it's covered up. 3 locking rubber corner protectors provide added peace of mind, and the case requires some force to open using a supplied key or coin. Inside the case you'll find a cushioned back which pushes your device against a rubber trim in order to make a waterproof seal. On the back you'll find a watertight screw connector for a lens, which expands the photographic possibilities of your iPhone while using the Hitcase Pro. Well protected, a thin but noticeable plastic screen covers your phone. While absolutely necessary to form a waterproof seal, this gets in the way of the user experience a bit. The iPhone requires considerably more pressure to use and makes things like typing or bringing up Control Center more difficult. The headphone and lightning connector ports are covered by a removable seal, and though it's nice not to have to remove your device from the case in order to charge or use headphones, it is somewhat of an Achilles heel if not secured properly. There's also no waterproof charging or headphone connectivity, which is a shame. Rubberized buttons provide access to the volume and power buttons, but this is one of my least favourite parts of the Hitcase Pro. These rubber coverings are way too squishy, requiring a serious amount of force to engage. Harder rubber or even plastic would have been preferable, particularly when it comes to taking photos. The Hitcase Pro comes in 2 flavours, a standard version and another dubbed the Action Pack. The vanilla offering comes with a wide-angle lens, while the Action Pack includes a super wide and a couple of accessories. Lens is attached to your case at the back, forming a waterproof seal, and considering they're only snap-on lenses, the image quality is pretty good. This is down to the fact that available lenses use multiple glass elements and are treated with scratch and anti-reflective coatings. They're not cheap either, each costing between $20 and $35 which is in line with most similar quality products like the Clip. In addition to the wide and super wide lenses, you can get a macro lens which allows for close-up photography, and a flat lens which doesn't change the focal length at all. The super wide is surprisingly sharp, though there's some noticeable distortion at the very edge of the image, particularly when taking photos. The wide doesn't suffer from this issue quite as much, and it also doesn't warp straight lines to the same degree either. The macro lens is probably the most enjoyable to use, providing 3 times magnification and requiring you shoot your subject from 15 to 25mm away. It can take some getting used to, but it's surprisingly fun to play with, even if you are just taking close-up shots of your cat's nose. The worst thing about using the Hitcase for photography, at least in terms of still photography, comes back to those squishy buttons. The screen cover already makes hitting the shutter difficult, and the squishy covers only add insult to injury when trying to use the volume buttons for this purpose. The Hitcase Pro uses a unique rail slide mounting mechanism, which works with a load of accessories and allows you to mount your iPhone just about anywhere you can think of. When paired with a wide or super wide lens, it effectively turns your iPhone into a kind of GoPro. If you opt for the Action Pack, you'll get a couple of accessories in the box, including a grippy selfie stick, a sticky surface mount that's perfect for dashboards and helmets, and a separate tripod mount. There are a ton of other accessories, including a tube mount for bikes, a neoprene chest mount, a tough tube mount for motorcycles, and even a floating attachment for use in the water. The chest mount is comfortable and yields smooth footage from a good viewpoint, provided you're not doing anything where you're leaning over. I tested it while riding my bike and captured more of my legs and handlebars than the road ahead. I tried the bike attachment too, which felt unforgivably flimsy and provided suitably disappointing footage. The weight and size of the iPhone compared to most action cameras probably doesn't help. Your device tends to wobble a bit, at least in the bike mount, and the footage suffers because of this. Similarly, a helmet-mounted iPhone not only looks ridiculous, but it feels a bit top-heavy too. These mounts do, however, provide ample opportunity to stick your iPhone anywhere, while protecting your device from the elements. For me, this raised a few concerns about using the iPhone as a GoPro, particularly when it comes to battery life. You'll need to be prepared with spare batteries if you want to use your iPhone as an action camera and a smartphone. With no waterproof charging solution, you'll have to choose between connectivity and functionality if you want to use this like you would an action camera. Overall, the Hitcase Pro does a great job of protecting your iPhone, provides decent opportunity for wide angles and macro photography, and can be mounted anywhere. A flimsy bike mount and wobbly footage do raise concerns, however, but you'll be hard-pressed to find a rugged case system that's quite as expansive as the Hitcase Pro in terms of mounting, accessories, and lens options. To read our full review and win your own Hitcase Pro, head to makeuseof.com.